Hi, good morning, my dear student. Today, we will try to understand your chapter Bhakti Sufi tradition. Dear student, in this chapter, we are going to read the social condition and social scenario during 8th to 18th century. During this period, there were a lot of changes in the religious beliefs and the various devotional text was written by Sufi saints, Bhakti saints, and others people. My dear, in this chapter we also read about the condition of the male deities, female deities, and their role in society. I hope you have remembered what I taught you in your previous class. I discussed about Bhakti Sufi tradition. I taught you that in Bhakti Sufi tradition, especially in Bhakti traditions, there were no discrimination behalf of born, gender, caste, class, creed, group, upper, lower. There is no meaning of that things. Bhakt, it means Bhakt. We have finest example where we have seen that the different communities people, different class the saint belong to Indian society, like Raidas, like Kabir, like Nanak, like Sabandrar, like Sundaramurti, like Andal, like a lot of names. There is no need to count their name. When you will read, when you will observe, you can easily understand about all things. Bhakti, Sufi tradition, that chapter is important for their prominent and important messages. It gives us that how the society, it gives us the, the situations which was in the critical conditions, but with the help of these saints, it was just like a boom up and the social conditions growing. Society mobilized, that is, when you will read this paragraph, this chapter, we saw in chapter 4 that by the mid first millennium CE, the landscape of subcontinent was dotted with a variety of religious structures, stupa, monasteries, temples. If these typified the certain religious beliefs and practices, other have been reconstructed from textual traditions, including the Purans, many of which received their present shape around the same time, and yet other remain only faintly visible in the textual and the visual records. Dear student, author want to inform you that during 6th century BC or millennium, mid-millennium BC or mid-first millennium CE, what happened in the whole Indian continent? Author indicate that the 64s, the different sects with Buddhism and Jainism that was emerged. It was a religious revolution which happened during that time. It changed the social scenario. Even they opposed the authority of the God. They denied the God existence. Some who believe that the world is for those people who have a lot of prosperity, जिसके पास समृद्धता हो, जो धनी हो, ये संसार उसी के लिए है. इस तरीके की मान्यता, इस तरह का विश्वास इन लोगों के मन में भरा हुआ था। लेकिन जो छठी शताब्दी ईसा पूर्व के बाद बदलाव हुए और फिर फर्स्ट सेंचुरी तक आते आते भारत में विभिन्न क्षेत्रों में तमाम धार्मिक स्थापत्य कला की वस्तुएं, मठ, मंदिर का विकास हमें हुए देखते हुए दिखाई देता है। धार्मिक विश्वास, धार्मिक क्रियाकलाप, धार्मिक कर्मकांड हमें दिखते हैं इस परिप्रेक्ष्य में। इसी समय में अनेकों किताबों का हमारे पारंपरिक जो किताब थे, साहित्य थे, उनका भी लेखन कार्य कंप्लीट हुआ। पुराण इसी काल में गुप्तोत्तर काल में ही कंप्लीट किए गए। न्यू टेक्सचुअल सोर्सेस available from his period included the composition attributed to poets, saints, most of whom expressed themselves orally in the regional language used by ordinary people. These compositions, which were often set to music, were compiled by displaced or devotees, generally after the death of the poet saint. What is more, these traditions were fluid generation. Devotees tends to elaborate in the original message, occasionally modified or even abandoned. Some of these ideas, these appearance, problematic or irrelevant in different political, social, and cultural context. Using these sources, thus, the process challenge in historians. My dear, here author clearly want to say that कि जो परिस्थितियाँ थी इस दौरान छठी शताब्दी ईसा पूर्व से लेके आगे की तरफ बढ़ते हुए 8 to 18 सेंचुरी के दौरान जो बदलाव आए, उसमें बहुत भिन्न भिन्न भाषाओं में भिन्न भिन्न धार्मिक संतों ने अपने उपदेश दिए। अपने उपदेश के लिए उन लोगों ने वहाँ की मातृभाषा का प्रयोग किया, न कि संस्कृत या इस तरह के क्लिष्ट शब्दों का, भाषाओं का प्रयोग। ऐसी भाषा जो जनमानस में लोकप्रिय हो, ऐसी भाषा जो सभी को आसानी से समझ में आए, उसी भाषा में इन लोगों ने सामान्य वर्ग के लोगों को ज्ञान प्रदान किया, प्रतिष्ठा दी, और इसीलिए उनकी प्रतिष्ठाएं बढ़ती गई। उस भाषा में अपने उपदेशों को, सामान्य भाषा में अपने उपदेशों को देने के कारण आसानी से ये भाषा, आसानी से उनके उपदेश लोगों में ग्राह्य हो गए और लोगों ने भक्ति के प्रति अपनी आस्था दिखाई। Generation of devotees tended to elaborate on the original messages and occasionally modified or even abandoned some of the ideas that appeared the problematic and irrelevant in different political, social and cultural text. किताबें लिखी गई, साहित्य लिखे गए, समय समय पर साहित्यों में कुछ प्रचितांश जोड़े गए, कुछ बाहर की चीज़ें भी उसमें डाली गई, बदलाव हुआ, और इससे क्या हुआ, ये पूरा का पूरा कभी कभी परिस्थितियाँ एक दूसरे के विपरीत हो जाती थीं और आपस में द्वंद्व का कारण बनती थी। सामाजिक, सांस्कृतिक, धार्मिक अवस्थाओं में थोड़ा सा एक मोड़ आता था। हिस्टोरियन आल्सो ड्रॉ ऑन हैगियोग्राफीज, इतिहासकार जो जीवन चरित्र थे, और बायोग्राफीज जो खुद से लिखे गए जीवन चरित्र थे, संतों के, उनके फॉलोअरों के द्वारा, उनके धर्म के लोगों के द्वारा, उस पर भी अब इतिहासकारों ने अपना ध्यान देना शुरू किया। दिस मे नॉट बी लिटरली एक्यूरेट बट अलाउ टू ग्लिम्प्स इनटू द वे इन विच डिवोटी perceived the life of these path-breaking women and men। सीधा सा कहता है कि अब यहाँ पे जो बदलाव हुआ, historians, what I'm saying, it was very helpful for the historians, the hagiographies, the biographies. There is no doubt to say that it was written by their followers, the saint followers. They wrote the various oxymoron and hyperbolic statement. But it is the duty of historians to filter what is useful for history and what is useful for the religious purpose. The useful for the historical points on the behalf of he have to make he have to understand history during that time people that time saying social conditions, political conditions, economical conditions and others. As we will see these sources provided us, but here I want to say that the sources was very important. As we will see the sources provided you the insight into the scenario characterized by the dimension by the diversity. Let us look at some elements of these more closely. Here you have seen a picture Sufi Bhakti Saint. Sufi Bhakti Saint, the picture where that is a main stand on the a very specific posture. Actually, the picture is Bhakti Saint. Name was given here. Name was Malika Kavachkar, a devotee of Shiva, who composed the beautiful dimensional song in Tamil. This is Malika Kavachkar. Okay, let us come and try to understand about the first point, the mosaic of the religious beliefs and practices. Here, before start this topic, I would like to say you that the meaning of bhakti. Meaning of bhakti it means complete dedication, devotion towards God. Perhaps the most striking features of these phases the increasing visibility of the wide range of gods and goddess, the sculpture as well as in text. At one level, this indicates the continued to even extended worship of the major deities Vishnu, Shiva, and the goddess, each of whom was visualized in a variety of forms. ऑथर कहता है कि अब जो ईश्वर के प्रति लोगों की धारणा थी, जो लोगों का विश्वास था, जो लोगों की क्रियाकलाप थे, उस समय के अनुसार एक नया स्वरूप लेते जा रहे थे और उसमें विविधता आती जा रही थी। केवल क्रियाकलापों में ही नहीं विविधता, वरन भगवान के स्वरूपों में भी विविधता, विश्वासों में भी विविधता, धार्मिक क्रियाकलापों में भी कई सारे बदलाव हमको इस क्षेत्र में दिखाई दे। उसमें के दो प्रधान देवता थे, लॉर्ड विष्णु एंड लॉर्ड शिवा एंड द गॉडेस, ईच ऑफ whom विजुअलाइज इन द वैरायटी ऑफ, और उनको कई स्वरूपों में दिखाया गया। फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई वॉन्ट टू मेंशन हियर दैट गॉडेस दुर्गा, 9 रूप, 9 features of the Lord Durga, that is very important. Okay, I hope you are getting. We will going to continue this topic, the integration of cult. Point 1, that is integration of cult. What is the meaning of integration of cult? समन्वय करना, विभिन्न विचारों में, भिन्न भिन्न धार्मिक विश्वासों के बीच समन्वय स्थापित करना, एक समानता स्थापित करना, एक अंतर संबंध को बनाना। Historians who have tried to understand these developments suggested that there were at least 2 processes to at work. One was the process of disseminating Brahmanical idea. This is exemplified by the composition of compilation and preservation of Puranic text. In simple Sanskrit, very explicitly meant to be accessible to women and Sudras who were generally excluded from the Vedic learning. At the same time, there was a second process at work, that of the Brahmins accepted the reworking the belief, fact, process shaped through a continuous dialogue between that sociologists have described as a great tradition and great Sanskriti Puranic traditions and little traditions through the land. My dear, integration of cult. Without any hesitation, first you have to understand that in society there were two categories. One category that was lower class people. The second category they were upper class people. No need to say that their faith and belief is different from each other. Even their God is also different from each other. Even their religious practices also, it was not equally similar. So on the basis of that we can say it is very necessary need for society to integrate with each other cults. And the term great and little traditions were coined by sociologist named Robert Redfield in 20th century to describe in the content praxis of present society. He found that the peasants observed rituals and the customs these classified as a part of a great nation. At the same time, peasants also followed local and dhatu. I mean to say that at the same time, the peasants also followed the local practices that did not necessarily composed with those who the great traditions. They he included within the clergy or nobility terms was the also noticed, and both great and little traditions changed over time through a process in trace. कहता है कि किस तरीके से जो रॉबर्ट रेडफील्ड थे उन्होंने एक समाजशास्त्री अध्ययन किया, उन्होंने देखा कि किस तरह समाज में दो वर्ग हैं, दोनों वर्ग की धार्मिक मान्यताएं अलग अलग हैं और दोनों वर्ग किस तरीके से एक दूसरे के साथ रह रहे हैं। भारत को उन्होंने दो भाग में बांट दिया, भारत के विश्वास को उन्होंने दो भाग में बांट दिया। एक का नाम ग्रेट ट्रेडिशन दिया, दूसरे का नाम लिटिल ट्रेडिशन दिया। ग्रेट ट्रेडिशन में समाज का उच्च वर्ग आता था, लिटिल ट्रेडिशन में समाज का निम्न वर्ग आता था। दोनों के धर्मों में काफ़ी समानता भी थी और काफ़ी असमानताएं भी थी। डियर, बार कहा कि समाज दो वर्गों में है, एक अपर क्लास एक लोअर क्लास, दोनों की मान्यताएं अलग अलग हैं और दोनों के अपने बिलीव हैं। लेकिन यहाँ एक अच्छी बात कहता है कि दोनों की प्रैक्टिसेस दोनों वर्गों ने एक बड़े ही निसंकोच स्वीकार किया। यहाँ पे एक पिक्चर दी, यहाँ पे क्लियर करेगा द टेक्स्ट सिंप्लीफाई द संस्कृत। यहाँ से कहता है, देखिए बुक देखिए, द इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ द कल्ट। द historians who have tried to understand these developments suggested that there were at least two process work. One was process dismantling the Brahminical ideas. This is simplified by the composition, compilation and preservation of the Puranic text in simple Sanskrit verses. Explicitly means accessible to women and Sudras who were generally excluded from the Vedic learning. At the same time, there was a second process at work, that of the Brahmins accepting and reworking the beliefs and practices of these and other social categories. In fact, many beliefs and practices were shaped through a continuous dialogue between what sociologists have described as a great Sanskritic Puranic traditions and little traditions throughout the land. One of the most Sanskrit examples this process the evident at Puri, Orissa, where the principal deity was identified by the 12th century as Jagannath, literally the Lord of the world of Vishnu. Jagannath, extreme right, with his sister Subhadra and his brother Balaram left. While in this picture, this is the very important that the shape and size and features of the Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna के देखिए कृष्ण भगवान अपने बड़े भाई बलराम और सुभद्रा के साथ इस पिक्चर में दिखाए गए हैं, लेकिन यहाँ पे दोनों का शेप अलग है, दोनों का आकार नेतृत्व जाति के अनुसार जो लोअर क्लास के पीपल हैं, जो लिटिल ट्रेडिशन के लोग हैं, उन लोगों ने बनाया। और आज भी पूरी दुनिया में जगन्नाथ मंदिर में लगने वाला मेला पूरी दुनिया में प्रसिद्ध है। एज ए जगन्नाथ लिटरली द लॉर्ड ऑफ द वर्ल्ड फ्रॉम विष्णु। इफ यू compare figure 6.2 the figure 4.26 chapter 4, you will notice that the deity are represented in a very different way. In this instance, local deity whose images and continues to be made of wood by local tribal specialties and recognized as a form of the Vishnu. At the same time, Vishnu was visualized in a way that was very different from in other part of the country. Such instances of the integration are evidently among goddess cults as well. Worship of the goddess, when simplified in the form of the stone smeared with the arc, was evidently widespread. These local deities were often incorporated within the Puranic framework by providing them with an identity as the wife of the principal male deities. Sometimes the wife of the principal male deities, sometimes they were equated with the Lakshmi, the wife of Vishnu, in other instances with the Parvati and the wife of Shiva. कह रहा है कि यदि आप दोनों चित्रों को 6.2 और 4.26 को देखें तो दोनों चित्रों को देखने के बाद, दोनों भगवान की जो शेप बना उसको देखने के बाद, उनका आकार बनाया गया उसको देखने के बाद आपको ऐसा लगेगा कि दोनों में काफ़ी विभिन्नता है। उनकी इमेज को देखिए, जगन्नाथ की इमेज लकड़ी से बनी हुई है, भगवान जगन्नाथ लकड़ी के बने हुए हैं, ट्राइबल स्पेशलिटीज है उसमें जो उसमें चिन्हित है। विष्णु भगवान एक ऐसे स्वरूप में दिखाए गए हैं जो भारत के किसी अन्य भाग में उस स्वरूप में नहीं दिखाए गए, जैसा कि वो पुरी के जगन्नाथ मंदिर में दिखाए गए। कहता सच इंस्टेंस इंटीग्रेशंस द इंटीग्रेशन एंड इवेंटली अमंग द गॉडेस कल्ट एज वेल। कहता इसके साथ साथ हमें गॉडेस जो देवी देवताएं हैं, देवी हैं, जो देवियां हैं, वो भी भगवान के साथ दिखाई जाने लगी। लक्ष्मी, पार्वती, सरस्वती, ये लोग ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश के साथ दिखाई जाने लगे। अब ये व्यवस्था सिर्फ पुरानी ट्रेडिशन में नहीं थी, बल्कि भिन्न भिन्न अदर सोसाइटी में भी थी। जैसे आप फिगर 6.3 में देखेंगे, द स्कल्पचर ऑफ द बौद्धिस्ट गॉडेस मारीची 10th century बिहार, एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ द प्रोसेस ऑफ द इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ डिफरेंट रिलीजियस बिलीव्स एंड प्रैक्टिस। दैट स्कल्पचर ऑफ मारुति, लेफ्ट साइड में देखिए, बुद्ध के साथ मारीची को दिखाया गया। बौद्ध धर्म में एक मारीची देवी के रूप में आ गई। तांत्रिक ट्रेडिशंस की शुरुआत हुई। इस तरीके से भक्ति परंपरा एक नए स्वरूप में, एक नए आकार प्रकार को ले रही थी। ऑल ऑफ दीज समटाइम्स डाइवर्जेंट एंड इवन डिस्परेट बिलीफ एंड द प्रैक्टिस would come to be classified as a Hindu or other codes of the next millennium. The divergence of perhaps most stark if we compare the Vedic and Puranic traditions. The principal deities of the Vedic pantheon, Agni, Indra, Som, became the marginal figure, rarely the visual in the textual or the visual representation, and while we can catch the glimpse of Vishnu, Shiva, and the goddess in Vedic mantra, these have little in common with the elaborate the Puranic mythologies. However, in spite of these obvious descriptions, Vedas continue to be the revered and authoritative. I hope you are getting understand what I want to say. My dear, on the basis of that, you can easily classify the different religious practices, different religious belief that was practicing the whole Indian continent from the different part. Even one god is Vishnu, but the shape and image are different. It was totally different. It is totally different. if you will compare the Jagannath Mandir temples and the other Vishnu idols, दोनों में बड़ा आपको अंतर दिखेगा। ऋग्वेद में प्रोमिनेंट देवता के रूप में अग्नि, इंद्र और सोम थे, जो धीरे धीरे अपने स्थान को खोते चले गए। उनके जगह ब्रह्मा, विष्णु, महेश ने अपना स्थान प्राप्त कर लिया। एक तरीके से एक नए स्वरूप का निर्माण हो रहा था, एक नए वैदिक अप्रोच, धार्मिक मत मतांतरों का विकास हो रहा था। नॉट सरप्राइजिंगली देयर वर समटाइम्स कॉन्फ्लिक्ट एज वेल। दोज who valued the Vedic traditions often condemned and the practices that went beyond closely regulated contact with the divine through the performance of the sacrifices, the preciously chanted mantra. On the other hand, those engaged in the tantric practices, my dear, the frequently ignored the authority of the Vedas. Also, devotees often tends to project their chosen deity, either Vishnu or Shiva, supreme relation with other traditions such as Buddhism or Jainism, but also often fraught with tension if not open conflict. कहता है भिन्न भिन्न धार्मिक संप्रदायों के आ जाने से कभी कभी आपस में तमाम सारे कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स भी दिखाई देते हैं। जैन धर्म, बौद्ध धर्म के साथ साथ वैष्णव और शैव धर्मों का विकास भी हमें 8 to 18 सेंचुरी में दिखाई देता है। एक तरफ बौद्ध और जैन धर्म डिक्लाइन की ओर जाते हैं, उस समय अलवार और नैनार भक्ति संतों ने पूरे भारत को एक नए एकता के सूत्र में बांध दिया। तो आज के लिए इतना ही, फिर हम नेक्स्ट टॉपिक पढ़ेंगे द पोएम्स एंड प्रेयर्स अर्ली ट्रेडिशंस ऑफ भक्ति। माय डियर, दीज ऑल पॉइंट्स was taught by me in your previous class. In your previous video also it was discussed by me. I am again and again explaining this because this is very important. You have to learn, you have to read. Okay, according to you, what your demand, I will make video. आज के लिए इतना ही। गुड बाय एंड टेक केयर। अपना ध्यान रखें, अपनों का ध्यान रखें।